Something that we've been waiting for a long time, and that is a skate park right here at Williamsbridge Oval. We'll be spending almost $1 million to make sure you're getting a quality skate park that you deserve. And for that, we want to give a big thank you to Councilmember Andrew Cohen and Mayor Bill de Blasio, who funded this skate park. I'd also like to thank Community Board 7 and District Manager Aisha Bravo for being with us this morning. Fanny Augusto, who is here on behalf of Senator Jamal Bailey. And also, always want to give a shout out to our contractors, LC Construction, who will be building this park. And they took a break, so I guess they're going to give us some peace while we do these announcements. Also, we have from friends on the Shulu Parkway, we have Elizabeth Quaranta. I'll tell you where she is. And of course, our beloved Bronx Commissioner for Parks, Iris Rodriguez-Rosa, and her entire staff. We also want to thank NYPD for being here, making sure that we have a wonderful, safe experience and all the work that they do. So thank you all for coming out. And I believe, I don't see Andrew Penzer from our Capitol team. We will do some acknowledgments shortly from Commissioner Rodriguez-Rosa. So more than any other park in the city, Williamsbridge Oval has something for everyone, from bocce, to soccer, to tennis, to basketball, to play for kids, and now skateboarding. I want to make sure I pronounce his name properly, Eusebio Baez. He's a local skateboarder that actually helped influence the design, and we always like to work with local skateboarders. They know the elements of, let's just say, extreme play. I've never skateboarded, but I watched them, and so thank you so much for helping out with the design. So in just 8 months, there will be a brand new skate park right here where we're standing. And I hope everyone, those that never try skateboarding, will see this and take a chance to try something new and fun. Now, I want to bring up, as I mentioned, someone who helped fund this and is instrumental in making sure all the parks in the Bronx, particularly in this district, are green and exciting for all of the community. Councilmember Andrew Cohen.
Thank you, Commissioner Silver. You know, sometimes things actually work out. I am so proud to be here today. I remember several years ago when Doug Condit and a bunch of the skaters came to my office. If you come to my office, my ceremonial skateboard is hanging on the wall, and I was saying I have a T-shirt with skateboarders skate parking in the Oval. So I really that it was an idea from the community. Worked its way up through the community board, made its way to my attention, and we were able to fund it. And now we're breaking ground on it. So it's really a great day. I am so proud. I want to thank Commissioner Iris Rosa Rodriguez for her support and partnership here, really paying attention to the Oval. I represent a lot of parks, I was telling the Commissioner, and including Van Cortlandt, but I believe that per square foot that there's no park that does more business than the Oval. This is a very, very busy park. It gets a tremendous amount of use from the community, so that we're able to make this investment. I was thinking, the kids, I'm not saying it's you guys, but there are guys skating all over the rec center on the nights and weekends, and actually having a safe place to skate will be a real improvement and a real asset to the community. I'm just, again, so pleased to be here that we're able to get this project funded and now underway. So it's a great day for the Oval. So again, I want to say thank you to the Commissioner for coming up here and sharing with us.
Thank you, Councilmember, and we always enjoy working with our local partners. And then here from Community Board 7, District Manager Aisha Bravo.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Community Board 7, good morning again.
Good morning.
I'm excited to be here. This is amazing. But before I begin, I'd like to introduce you to some of our board members that are here. We have Loretta Watson, Betty Yard, just to show you the commitment that we have here at Community Board 7. I'd like to thank Commissioner Silver and Bronx Borough Commissioner Rosas for taking the initiative to do this, and as well as our council member. But more importantly, when these things happen, it's because someone made a fuss about it, because someone brought this up. And activism is from the heart. And Eusebio, I don't know you, but I'm glad to meet you today. And I thank you for taking the initiative to bring this up and participating with New York City Parks. And that's it. Thank you.
You're
welcome.
Now, before I bring up our next speaker, I do want to call your attention to Partnership for Parks. They are part of the Parks Department. They're overseen by both City Parks Foundation and Parks. Their job is to connect with the community to help make sure we have volunteers that connect and care for this park. I can tell you parks that have volunteers do better than those that don't. We have Ishmael and Carlos are here to help you make sure you connect with your park. So after the meeting, go over and talk to them to make sure you can find out how to care for your park. Now, for the commissioner that is so beloved that even gets more applause than I do, which I'm totally cool with, your beloved Bronx Commissioner for Parks, Iris Rodriguez-Rosa.
I lost my shoes there practically, and I have to stand a little bit taller because I guess I need a step stool here. But one of the things that I have to say before I mention, do an honorable mention of the many people that we work with, is to say to you that it's been a pleasure and an honor and a privilege for me to serve as your borough commissioner. Now I am actually made 3 years here in this borough of the Bronx, so I'm very, very, very proud of that. Working in this administration and seeing the vision that Commissioner Silva has for the Parks Department has been absolutely inspiring to me, having worked in the Parks Department for over 32 years, so it's wonderful. And again, for me, one of the first elected officials that I was able to meet with and to know the love that they have for parks is your very own council member, Andrew Cohen. So another round of applause for this gentleman who absolutely lives and breathes our parks here today. So for me, and I have to say that I talk about the community involvement and people that are involved in all aspects of parks. And I can't tell you, when I left the borough of the Bronx back in 2006 when I was chief of recreation and came back in 2015. And Williamsbridge did not have the Friends of Parks, Friends of Group. And when I come back to see the many people that are now involved in the Friends of Group, I see Doug and Shirley and Betty and Elizabeth and so many other people that are just involved in Williamsbridge Park. I had not seen that when I left here in 2006, and when I come back, it's just wonderful to see the amazing involvement that they have. And I want to thank Doug and Shirley and Elizabeth and all Betty and everyone for making Williamsbridge Park the way that it is. And thank you, and a round of applause to you for having done so. Okay. And again, so I like to be able to do some honorable mentions, so please bear with me. I like to be able to acknowledge that we have here also, we have Danny Parks, who's Baby Bean Productions, and he was always with us when we did Mullally Skate Park, when we had Mullally Skate Park. So where are you, Danny? Oh, there you go, back there. We have also, and I have to say, Williamsbridge Park has had some issues, and the police department has actually stepped in. The 52nd precinct is absolutely phenomenal. Please, a round of applause for your police officers and the precinct that has actually been able to step up and been here at Williamsbridge Park. And I want to have P.O. Echeverria and Police Officer Frank Pasella just to say thank you to them for being here with us. Do we have some of the seniors here from Williamsbridge Oval? And we have hello, hi, how are you? Thank you so very much for being part of it. Thank you. Just to say, and to say about the Capitol team, these are the individuals that actually helped design the park here. So we have from the Capitol Division of the Parks Department, we have Tim Rowe and George Cronin that are here. Thank you so very much. And I believe we have the resident engineers here. Is Othel Hansen? Is Hansen here, Mr. Hansen? Yeah, there you go. That's the gentleman that's going to be monitoring the work here, ladies and gentlemen. Take a good look at him, okay? He's the gentleman that's going to be monitoring the work here for the contractor, okay? Take a picture with him. We also have now, it takes a village to take care of parks, and I just want you to know that I have a wonderful team, of operations team here in this borough. So, and they're headed by our very own Chief Schools, Larry Scooms, that's here with us. And his team is here. It's Mike Gratton, Danny Mercado, and Dan Reynolds that are here as well, and Joe Benary. and Albert Ayala. These are the operations team. These are the ones that maintain your parks, cut the grass, make sure the parks are clean. So these are the gentlemen that keep the engine going. I'd like to be able to also, and Corey Siniski, is he here? Thank you, Corey. Thank you for being here. And again, something that's exceedingly beloved to me, which is the public programs aspect of it, and I like to, and those of you that have been part of the recreation programs here, I want to be able to acknowledge Sarah Bishop, who's here, and she always, she gets all that. And we have, of course, we have Gustan O'Neill, who keeps it going with us in terms of our special events. He's here. And of course, I'd like to acknowledge my Chief of Staff, Michelle Martel, and my Capital Director for the Bronx, Michael Ortiz, that are here as well. Okay? I'm sorry if I missed anyone, but I'm telling you that everyone here cares about your park. You care about your parks, and we care about what you care about as well. So without further ado, we're going to reintroduce our commissioner. A round of applause for my agency commissioner.
I just want to give a shout out to the Capitol team. They make sure that this is designed and overseen properly. So before we officially break ground, I want to share with you, as I look at this track, it is so important that parks are about fun, health, and happiness. You're never too young or too old to start getting healthy. I announced last week at the age of 58, I'll turn 58 later this month, I'll be running my first New York City Marathon. So you have no excuse. You have a beautiful track and an oval around this park. A great way to connect with your friend, just walking and talking. That's even not just running, but walking. But our goal is to make sure that we have a healthy city. And throughout, starting July 7th, when I officially start training, I'll be taking people through social media, through all the great parks in New York City, to show people how beautiful our parks are, where we have open run parks and open walk parks, where people can actually fall in love with their park, fall in love with a friend, if you're not married, and enjoy getting healthy in New York City. So with that, I'm now going to grab some shovels, and the folks at the dais are going to join me to officially break ground on the Williamsbridge Oval Skate Park. Woo! Come back in February for the official ribbon cutting. We're delighted to see you then. All right, thank you for coming out.
There you go. Nice.
Third time. Oh my cat litter. All right.
The wind's blowing the wrong way.
Last time. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome.
All right.
Beautiful.
Broken. Woo!